Alright guys, so I've had a lot of questions about like, what am I doing with the Jag, what am I doing with the Miata, and what's the new project, which you guys already know, etc, etc. So I'm just going to cover pretty much what I plan on doing with all of my cars, and what like you guys can expect from the channel as far as videos go and stuff for at least the first half of this year, maybe probably the whole year. We got a pretty solid idea, at least of projects for the first half and videos for the whole thing, but other than projects. Does that make any sense? Let's this side we've got the daily drivers, so let's start with the plans for the Jag. So as many of you already know, I plan on doing an LS in this. I'm probably going to do an iron block like a 5.3 or 6.0, just to keep costs down. This car is heavy as it is, so doing an aluminum block for weight isn't really like super beneficial comparison to cost. So I talked to a company called Jaguar Specialties. You guys should check them out if you're interested in this kind of swap. And they said I could do a T56 in this. They know what I need to do. I think I'm going to keep it automatic for now because it's just a daily driver. It's just going to be something comfortable to get me around and cool at the same time. You know, it kind of does get tiring shifting every day, so it's kind of nice to put it in drive and cruise when you're tired in the morning, half asleep, driving to work and such. So that's the plan for the drivetrain part of this. I might do a T56 down the road. We'll talk about that when we get to part 2. But for part 1, that's drivetrain. Now as far as the exterior goes, as you can see, we have quite a bit of wheel gap. So I'm going to do coilovers. We actually make a set of coilovers at my job, BC Racing. I'm going to do wheels. I haven't decided on the wheels yet. That I've got to figure out. But coilovers, wheels for now. Now part 2 would be, once I kind of have driven this around a bunch, I've got all the other cars sorted in projects kind of where I want them to be, and I'm kind of antsy for something new, to do something new. Will probably be a more VIP build, bag over coil, crazier, more aggressive wheels, you know, and really be able to slam this thing and still keep it functional as a daily. Or T56, more power, make it more of like a sports sedan driver type of thing. So let me know what you guys think of which one I should do for part 2. Stance kind of build, or like fun driver, sporty kind of build. Alright, so that covers like the Jag side of things. You guys, now you have an idea of like what videos I plan on making as far as the Jag goes. I really want to get on that soon. Like that's kind of like priority number 1. That and the drift build, the Corvette are fighting for priority number 1, but the drift build stuff's going to be a little easier. So I really want to get the Jag done because that means I can get rid of the G20, which might happen before then, it might have to happen after, I don't know, but the G20 is going to be gone. So once the G20 is gone, then we're down to 3 vehicles. Okay, now we're over on the drift car side of things. So I said that the Corvette and the Jag were project priorities kind of number 1. That was what I was trying to say. The Miata, you guys may be wondering like, well, what are you doing with the Miata? You're just going to let it sit? No, that's like, that comes before we even start getting into these other projects. Basically, we're going to get another block. I'm going to do rings, bearings, gap the rings, obviously, because that seems to kind of be the point of failure. I'm going to send the injectors out to Detroit's and get them flow tested, cleaned if they can be cleaned. If they can't be cleaned, I'm going to get a set of injectors from them. Check them out. Mark's a super good guy. He offered to help me figure this out. So basically everything that could have caused the issue that we're having with the Miata, oh, and retune. So everything that could have caused the issue with the Miata is going to be sorted. I'm going to make sure the car is good, and it is going into storage, and the raffle is going to start. I'm not going to touch it during the raffle. I don't want to mess with it. I want it to be minty fresh, solid, good to go for whoever gets it next. And the first beating on it, other than me testing it around a little bit, will be them. So the Miata is going to be gone. So that brings us to the Corvette. We got the Miata gone. It's raffled. One of you is hopefully super happy with it. The G20 is gone. It is now somebody else's daily, which I'm sure it'll make like a really good daily for somebody. It's been a great daily for me. It's just having 4 cars and 2 other roommates with 2 cars each is kind of, we still have enough room for it. And I want to just simplify everything. I don't like, when I have too many projects going on at once, it really like stresses me out, and it's hard to figure out what you're going to do with this one and that one. And this one has a problem. You got to fix that before you're planning to fix this. That was that same day, and it just becomes a mess. So that leaves us with these 2. So we've got Jag LS daily, we've got Corvette drift car. Now let's talk a little more about my plans with the Corvette. So the plan with this thing, this one, I mean, I'm really excited for the Jag, especially because of the sentimental value, but like in my mind, it's kind of I won't feel like really stoked on it until the motor's in the car, you know, but right now it is kind of a big project, so I'm not getting too ahead of myself and too excited for it just yet. The Corvette, on the other hand, runs and drives. I could drift it as it is, so this is an exciting project. So the plan for this thing is I'm going to work with BC, which is the company I work for, and hope figure out how we can fit a set of digressive DR series coilovers on it, inverted. Still haven't figured out what spring rates I'm going to run or anything like that. We're going to delete the factory transverse leaf spring. So it's going to be lower. We're going to do wheels. I'm up in the air on what wheels I want to do, but it'll be something very tunery and aggressive. Like, it won't be an American wheel at all. It'll be like, you know, something like a Cosmos or a Koenig or something like that. To get good angle out of it, I'm going to, you know, mod the knuckles. I haven't figured out exactly what route I'm going to take to do that, but modded knuckles should get it pretty decent angle, and we're going to have to space the wheels out to be able to get the clearance to the control arms. So that means it'll have like some nice camber and poke in the front, like drift car stance, big wheels in the back. And then once we do the coilovers, the wheels, the angle, and get the car squared away there, maybe do some diff work to make it lock up a little better. Once we get the kind of driving part of the car sorted, I mean, this will all kind of be done in unison because none of these are like really a ton more important than the other. They're all pretty standardly important. So we're gonna move to the interior. So it's gonna get a full cage. I'm gonna probably match it to the wheels, I'm not sure. We're gonna get rid of these ugly stock beige seats and do something like Red Brides or something like that in here. Most of the interior will be gone. The bottom half of the door panel will have to be removed for the cage. You know, carpet, all that stuff. I'm gonna keep the dash. I may keep this whole setup. Definitely will for a while because I want to maintain AC. This part will probably be gone, so I can mount a hydro here, or I'll do like Adams has in the rod here, rod going back to the master. Short shifter, all that good jazz. The pit bike, of course. All right, so plans for this little guy. Basically, I want to do street tires, which I've already got on the way. I'm going to do a video on that probably, and how to adjust the brakes and things like that. The rear's sticking a little bit. I want to still get better at wheelies on it. I want to keep riding it, and then if funds allow, the next step after I've, you know, kind of got everything else sorted would be to do either a Grom or a Supermoto. I might still keep this if I get one. It just depends on how much I can save up by then. But I really want to step up to a Grom or a Supermoto. I've had a Grom before, I liked it a lot. It'd be fun to build another one. It's kind of like just a bigger version of this that I can drive on the street, which is all I really want. You know, I've had my fair share of like 1000cc street bikes, and I don't really want to go back down that route. I don't want to kill myself. So, not saying you can't ride a motorcycle without killing yourself, just for me, it's the Grom I can push to its limits and not be going very fast, so it's a little bit better bet. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is what you guys can expect to see from the channel. Well, obviously build videos of all the stuff I've talked about, you know, finishing up the Miata, doing the LS and the Jag, / lowering it, wheels, all the stuff to the Corvette, more drift events once the Corvette's figured out. I want to do one stock and then one, like, try to spread them out to where as I mod the car, I'm doing an event, so you guys can kind of see the progression of the car. Or maybe I'll just go street drifting each time to show you that. I really do want to document like what each mod really gains as far as performance. So other than all of that, it's confirmed through work that I definitely will be going to a lot more events this year, like I did last year, like when I went to both of the Grid Weiss and FD Texas and things like that. So because of that, if you guys you know, want to come out to these events or whatever, it would be awesome. I can post a schedule of where I'm going to be, and also I'd like to be able to link up with you guys while I'm there, so that maybe after the event, if I have time, you know, I can go experience what the car culture is like in your area, and then hang out with you guys on a more personal level. I think that would be really cool. Like, this being able to connect me with so many people around the world is probably the coolest thing about it. So I'd love to be able to like meet and actually hang out with you guys when I'm out in Texas or California or wherever I'm at. I don't want it to be like a meetup. I want it to be like me hanging out with you guys. That's what I want it to be. I don't want it to be you guys coming to me and me signing stuff. I don't feel like I'm that type of person. I just want to hang out with you guys and experience what you guys experience on a daily basis and see what your lives are like in your car culture there, maybe go street drifting with you or whatever. So I'll post the links. You guys can get in contact with me on Instagram and stuff like that, so that maybe we can sort something out ahead of time for these events so I can plan it better. Also, I'll be able to share other cities, other states' car cultures with you guys. So it'll be a win-win. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to traveling more in 2017 with work. I've got a really cool trip planned to Texas with my buddy Aaron Losey. He's organizing it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I don't even know if I can go into the details, but I mean, I'm talking like side-by-side drift cars with like 600 horsepower, freaking supercars maybe. I mean, tons of fun stuff. He's a great guy. Check him out below, Aaron Losey, Lone Star Drift. He just went to Ebisu. It has like a 5.5 hour video. It's pretty wild. Also, Ebisu. I might be trying to go to Japan. That is if budget allows. I'm really focusing this year on the projects. I want to get all the cars done, and I want to get everything pretty sorted. Obviously there'll still always be stuff to do, but sorted as much as I can so that in the future, you know, maybe next year I can allocate more budget and time to traveling and going to Japan and going to these other cities outside of work. So that's probably not gonna happen. Let's be real, I'll probably have a new project and be building that. But anyway, possible Japan trip, really cool Texas trip, regular work trips to all these different events across the country, Jaguar LS build, Corvette drift car build, more pit bike wheelies, because I love doing pit bike wheelies. And then, you know, that's what I know as of now that 2017 holds. So I'm really excited to share with you guys the amount of change, the amount of things that happened in 2016 for me. You know, from the beginning to now, everything has just changed so much. So I just can't wait to see what the end of 2017 is going to be like and share it all with you guys. So with that, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for supporting me and helping me be able to do the things I do. So with that, I'll see you guys tomorrow.